The invisible masters, Illuminati, aliens, and the dark forces shaping our world. What if we are puppets in a world governed by shadowy elites and supernatural godlike entities or extraterrestrials? What if everything you've ever known is a carefully constructed illusion? What if the world you inhabit is not what it seems? The Invisible Master is a chilling book written by a former Freemason, exploring the unnerving possibility that secret societies have been manipulating humanity for centuries, all while hiding behind occult rituals and alliances with extraterrestrial beings. What if, like puppets on strings, we've been led down a dark path without even realizing it? And if these manipulations are indeed in place, are we unknowingly serving alien forces that control the very course of human history? Tonight we venture into the darker realms of philosophical thought, exploring the hidden occult forces that may be shaping our world. While these ideas are unsettling, it is essential to confront them in order to understand the deeper currents that drive our reality. By engaging with these darker concepts, we can emerge not only enlightened, but equipped with new perspectives and skills to navigate and ultimately combat the forces that seek to control us from the shadows. Prepare for a journey into the unknown, where knowledge becomes power in the face of darkness. The author's first-hand experience within Freemasonry and other secret societies provides him with unparalleled insight into their inner workings, rituals, and influential members. Having been initiated into high-ranking degrees within the Freemasons, as well as being involved with other clandestine organizations, the author's knowledge goes beyond theoretical research. He has lived it. His involvement with these societies granted him access to powerful and influential people who operate behind the scenes, shaping global events and policies. His position within these groups allowed him to witness their occult practices and understand the depths of their control over politics, finance, and global power structures. His expertise stems from this intimate, first-hand knowledge of the occult networks that quietly govern much of the world's affairs. Could it be that the true rulers of our world are not human at all, but interdimensional entities whose knowledge is far beyond our comprehension? These beings, whose influence stretches across time, have manipulated humanity for millennia, using occult wisdom and a deep understanding of human consciousness to shape our reality. Operating from hidden realms, they have guided world events from the shadows, their presence often concealed in plain sight. Similarly, the influence of secret societies such as the Freemasons and the Illuminati may not just be limited to controlling earthly power. Instead, these societies could be conduits for beings from other dimensions, using their access to hidden knowledge and ancient rituals to manipulate human affairs. Even in the seemingly innocuous gatherings of political and business leaders, the possibility exists that these interdimensional forces are pulling the strings, subtly guiding events to fit their larger cosmic plan. These ancient enigmatic practices are not merely symbolic, they may be intricately tied to the manipulation of energy fields, opening portals to other realms and channeling extraterrestrial or interdimensional entities. In the same way that the Great Pyramids and Stonehenge align with celestial events, these modern rituals may serve to open gateways to forces beyond human understanding, ensuring the continuation of control over humanity. The question arises, are these interdimensional beings, the true invisible masters, shaping the course of our world with a power we have yet to fully comprehend? The greatest illusion the Illuminati ever crafted was convincing the world they didn't exist. Who truly controls the destiny of humanity? You may think the reins of power lie in the hands of presidents, monarchs, and world leaders, but what if these figures are mere marionettes, their strings pulled by far more enigmatic forces? Lurking in the shadows are ancient and secretive organizations, secret societies such as the Illuminati, Freemasons, and others deeply rooted in occult traditions. that are said to have steered the course of human history for centuries. These groups are far from relics of a bygone era. Their influence is believed to permeate modern power structures, operating in secrecy through rituals, hidden alliances, and a web of manipulation so subtle it goes unnoticed by the masses. One particularly chilling example is Bohemian Grove, a secluded and highly exclusive retreat in California where some of the world's most powerful individuals gather each year. The Grove is infamous for its bizarre and occult-like rituals. While dismissed by skeptics as mere theatrics, could these ceremonies reflect a deeper connection to ancient occult practices meant to secure control over humanity? Similarly, consider the Trilateral Commission, another elite organization that ostensibly aims to promote global cooperation between North America, Europe, and Asia. While the group claims a mundane mission of fostering economic and political unity, critics argue it serves as a tool for centralizing power in the hands of a select few. But what if its purpose goes even further? Some speculate that its meetings include discussions tied to occult philosophies, weaving esoteric rituals into geopolitical strategies to subtly influence the spiritual and psychological landscape of society. Even the Bilderberg Group, widely acknowledged for its secretive annual meetings, might only be one facet of this larger hidden agenda. If these groups are connected, their combined efforts could point to an organized network of influence, driven not only by worldly greed, but by allegiance to something far darker, an ancient force beyond human understanding. Are these organizations the earthly conduits for powers far older than we can imagine, working in unison to execute a plan that has been in motion for centuries? What terrifying truths lie behind the rituals and secrecy of these elite circles? Could their agenda be not merely one of domination, but of fulfilling an esoteric prophecy that places humanity as a pawn in a cosmic game? In the book The Invisible Master, the author delves into the dark underworld of military Satanism, citing several key figures who were deeply involved in occult practices within the military and their influence on global events. The book also delves into the deep connections between the occult and the UFO community, revealing how practitioners of esoteric rituals are intricately intertwined with efforts to contact alien beings. According to the text, these occult groups are not only interested in harnessing supernatural forces from this world, but are also actively seeking to establish communication with entities from other dimensions or extraterrestrial origins. The belief that these alien intelligences are key to unlocking greater knowledge and power drives many within these secret societies to pursue ritualistic practices specifically designed to attract or communicate with these beings. This intersection between the occult and UFO phenomena suggests that the search for extraterrestrial contact may be just one facet of a much darker, more occult-driven agenda, where the boundaries between the earthly and the cosmic are deliberately blurred in an attempt to gain access to forces far beyond human comprehension. One such figure is General Karl Haushofer, a prominent German officer who played a significant role in shaping Nazi occultism. Haushofer was closely associated with the Thule Society, an esoteric group that greatly influenced the early Nazi regime's ideology, and he is said to have been involved in occult rituals aimed at tapping into dark powers to further Nazi ambitions. These rituals were not merely symbolic, but were believed to enhance the occult power of Nazi leaders, guiding military decisions and fostering a belief in supernatural forces that could help achieve their goals. The author also references a former US Army officer and the founder of the Temple of Set, an offshoot of the Church of Satan. This officer, much like Haushofer, used his military position to further his interest in Satanism and occultism. His role in military psychological operations, combined with his dark practices, highlights how deeply satanic rituals and beliefs were embedded within certain factions of the military. His work, particularly in the field of psychological warfare, is portrayed as an extension of occult powers being utilized for control and manipulation. Both Haushofer and this officer exemplify how military figures have been drawn into satanic practices, using occultism as a means of power and control, operating behind the scenes to shape global outcomes through ritual and dark influence. In addition to figures like high-ranking military officers and occult practitioners, there is significant focus on the influence of individuals deeply embedded in both military operations and the UFO community. Some of these figures, closely associated with esoteric agendas, have combined their military roles with occult practices to further hidden objectives. These connections extend into secretive government projects tied to paranormal phenomena and UFO research, creating a troubling convergence of military power, occultism, and extraterrestrial interests. This intersection suggests a broader, shadowy agenda where hidden masters operate from behind the scenes, blending rituals and advanced psychological manipulation with the mysteries of UFO phenomena to subtly guide and control humanity's trajectory. Are secret societies like the Freemasons and the Illuminati truly the masters of their own fate? Or are they mere puppets in a much darker game? The very foundations of these societies, filled with symbols, rituals, and strange traditions, suggest that their leaders may not be the ones in control at all. These societies are not self-driven. They are being manipulated by powerful alien intelligences that have been interacting with human beings for thousands of years. Take, for instance, the strange ritualistic practices of Freemasonry. Initiates undergo a series of secret ceremonies that involve symbolic acts of death and rebirth, designed to transform their consciousness and align them with higher powers. But what if these rituals are not just symbolic? What if they serve as conduits for extraterrestrial entities to communicate with and exert control over the members of these secret societies? These occult practices are not about enlightenment, they are about submission. By engaging in these rituals, the members of these societies may unknowingly be binding themselves to alien powers that will eventually take full control over them, and by extension, over humanity. An example of this hidden manipulation can be found in the mysterious gatherings at Bohemian Grove, an exclusive retreat nestled in the redwood forests of Northern California. Each year, the world's most powerful individuals, including presidents, corporate tycoons, and influential political figures, assemble in this secluded location for enigmatic ceremonies cloaked in secrecy. Among the most infamous of these is the cremation of care, a ritual in which a massive effigy is burned before a towering owl statue as participants chant and engage in what appears to be a mock pagan ceremony, often brushed off as nothing more than an elaborate show. This ritual is deeply symbolic and potentially tied to a more insidious agenda. Some suggest that these gatherings serve as a focal point for channeling ancient occult energies or even communicating with non-human intelligences, linking these elite rituals to the influence of extraterrestrial forces that may be guiding humanity from the shadows. What if the gods, angels, and divine figures worshipped throughout history were not gods at all? What if they were, in fact, extraterrestrial beings that descended from the stars, shaping the destiny of humanity? The stories of gods descending from the heavens, of angels interacting with mankind, and of demons corrupting humanity may not be metaphors or allegories, but literal accounts of extraterrestrial interference. Take, for example, the story of the Nephilim in the Bible, giant beings who are said to have been born from the union of sons of God and human women. Could the sons of God be extraterrestrials? These beings may have had the ability to manipulate human genetics, creating hybrid creatures with a mix of human and alien DNA. The accounts, long thought to be ancient myths, may actually be records of extraterrestrial contact. These beings were not gods in the traditional sense, but advanced alien intelligences who sought to control and shape human evolution for their own purposes. Similarly, the phenomenon of angelic encounters throughout history may not be divine visitations. What if these angels were not divine beings, but extraterrestrial visitors, using advanced technology to appear as messengers of God? The visions of angels described in religious texts could be nothing more than encounters with alien beings, using psychic manipulation or technology to control the human mind. And what if these angels were not here to protect humanity, but to enslave it? What if the quest for immortality, often seen as humanity's greatest desire, is actually part of a darker plan, one designed by extraterrestrial beings to control the future of our species? The rise of transhumanism and the merging of human consciousness with technology may not be about human advancement, but about subjugation. The elites who push for technological advancements in artificial intelligence and genetic engineering may not be doing so for the betterment of humanity. They may be preparing us for a future where we no longer control our own bodies and minds. The transhumanist agenda, where scientists and technocrats are working on ways to merge human beings with machines, creating a new breed of immortal beings, may not be about achieving immortality. It may be about slavery. The rich and powerful, who are the first to embrace these technologies, may be the ones most at risk of losing their humanity altogether. Could the so-called New World Order be more than just a conspiracy theory? What if this concept is not a human-driven plan, but a carefully orchestrated agenda designed by extraterrestrial beings who have infiltrated the highest levels of power on Earth? The rise of artificial intelligence, the push for global governance, and the increasing control over the masses are all part of a larger plan to subjugate humanity under the control of these alien intelligences. Take, for example, the rise of global organizations like the United Nations and the World Economic Forum. While these institutions are often touted as working for the betterment of humanity, they may be part of a much darker agenda. The push for globalism, for a one-world government, may not be about unity. It may be about control. These global elites may be working hand in hand with alien forces, preparing humanity for a future where they are no longer in control of their own destiny. The rise of artificial intelligence is a key component of this agenda. As AI becomes more advanced, it begins to take control of more and more aspects of human life, from healthcare to finance to governance. What if this is not about improving life on Earth, but about creating a system where humanity's every move is controlled by an artificial intelligence that is, in turn, controlled by extraterrestrial beings? The invisible masters may not necessarily be malevolent or benevolent in their influence on humanity. Instead, they could represent a force beyond our comprehension, an agenda that serves a higher purpose we do not yet understand. These entities or forces may not operate with human concepts of good or evil, but could simply be an inherent aspect of the matrix that governs our reality. Their actions could be part of a natural process of growth, evolution, and preservation, ensuring that the system continues functioning in a way that sustains the larger structure of existence. Just as nature has its cycles of life, death, and rebirth, the invisible masters may be part of an ongoing mechanism that maintains balance within the matrix, a force that is indifferent to human suffering or happiness, but crucial for the continuation of the cosmic order. In this sense, their agenda is not personal. It is simply the natural progression of a system that operates beyond our understanding, maintaining the intricate web of control that shapes everything, including humanity's place within it. Could we already be too late to stop the rise of the invisible masters? Are we already living in a world where these alien intelligences have infiltrated every level of our society? If we've already fallen into the clutches of these powerful entities, can we break free before they fully complete their control over us? The terrifying truth may be that the darkness has already arrived, and humanity is too far gone to escape the coming nightmare. Thanks for watching Mysteria Luna. If you are interested in these topics, like, share, and subscribe.